All right, everyone, welcome to yet another edition of our Hall of Healers interview. And today, in this amazing series of our success stories and transformations, we have Jiju ji, who is a senior technical writer in a reputed MNC. So today we are going to dive deep into the transformations of what Jiju has experienced by working with us in the self healing challenge. So welcome Jiju into the Hall of Healers.
Thank you, Sachinji.
Yes, and so Jiju ji, let's get into the journey right away, right? And just understand the aspect of what challenges were facing with respect to your gut health or the emotional health aspect or the mental health aspect when before you joined us.
At the time of joining Self Healers Hub, I think it was COVID time,
Yeah.
and at that time we our um, physical activities had come to
Yeah, calm
some
down.
sort of a standstill
Correct.
because there were recurrent shutdowns
Mm-hmm.
and lockdowns, not shutdowns, sorry, lockdowns. And we live on the 11th floor of an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And so there were times when, movement was restricted. And how much movement can you do in a 1,000 square foot home? So,
Correct.
and I was I am a very physically active person, but
Mhm.
the restrictions, the changes in the patterns, then the what do you say, the everything was coinciding, the work, the meetings, then the household stuff, everything was like
The routine
spilling
was
over.
fully like
Yeah,
flipped,
spilling
right?
over. Everything was spilling over,
Mm.
causing a sort of a, what do you say, a very um, emotionally draining sort of
Overwhelmed
situation.
aspect.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I had understood that many people first year was still okay. There was hope that the condition was going to improve, but then 2021 was harder. 2020 was easier to
Okay.
actually
Got you.
tackle
Got you.
because for a long time many of us had not been at home at all, and we appreciated the extra time that we got, the commute.
Slowly
Okay,
it
we have
started
saved on
affecting.
2 hours of commute, that 2 hours of time is there. But then when it went on for and one more year, then the uncertainty set in. People
Correct.
started I mean, though we did appreciate that we were mostly at home, but many a time um, the inertia started causing people to
Got you.
become lethargic or um,
Got you, Jiju. So
yeah.
from what I'm understanding, so the COVID phase, then the lockdown phase, so you had issues with the gut health and it became
I had issues
emotionally
with gut health. I had emotionally draining.
also the draining experience. And you said that, you were feeling very lethargic, so the energy was also low.
My daughter was also at home and she was also not feeling very great. And then
Okay.
the COVID situation was also
And
not
so very
very.
overwhelming for you.
Every day we were looking at numbers, the number
Correct.
of people getting affected, number of the percentage,
That is,
the
yeah,
number, how many, like thousands, lakhs were affected in the country,
got it.
and then they were giving the numbers, and that was a very emotionally draining situation. It was as though there was no hope in sight,
Got
and that caused physically, mentally, and spiritually also. It was difficult to stay hopeful in that situation.
got it.
So Sachin's Self Healers Hub brought together a group of like-minded individuals with a um, what do you say, a passion for looking after their health and improving themselves, and motivating each other in times of crisis.
Got you.
And there were many people who were going through very hard situations, and I found a lot of solace and inspiration in the kind of people who are attending, and their dedication also served as a lot of inspiration.
Got you, Jiju. And and I really thank you for those kind words and the inspiration you got from the community.
Thank you.
That is the aspect what I think is one of the important aspect of the self-healing challenge is the community, which helped you find inspiration and solace and motivated you. So that's great, Jiju. So help me understand this aspect, right? How did the coaching and the online course material and the community help you transform? So what transformations were you able to see in your gut health, emotion health, and mindset by working in the self-healing challenge, and how much time did it take for you to see those transformations?
It took some time
Okay,
because I was not going to. I was not. It was not an easy time for me,
correct.
but I stayed consistent.
Stayed consistent.
Uh, yeah, and I went back, like even when there was a slack time, then I went back to the basics and read up and followed. And whatever I did, I kept, I mean, I built on top of those,
Nice.
whatever I learned. So, whatever I had from earlier, and then from what I learned from your teachables courses and from your calls,
Mm.
and of whatever you used to discuss during your um, sessions, like your YouTube sessions and your other ones. So, all those I used to listen to and then incorporate and then add up. Like, everything not only was it wasn't just on only the teachables, but other things also that I regularly do. So all that together was a cumulative process, and the effect slowly started happening. And once it started happening, I found that it is slowly helping me improve mentally also, emotionally also. It helped me improve.
Fantastic. And what visible changes did you see in your gut health, emotional health, and mindset? If you can share with.
One of the major breakthroughs, I should say, was that 4 hour gap, or a 4 to 5 hour gap
After the
between meals.
meal.
Yes, and that helped a lot. When
Like,
we maintain a 4 to 5 hour gap between meals, the body is able to completely digest, rest, and then when we take the next meal, the body is able to accept it and assimilate it in the right manner. So, drinking water in between the meals also helps aids in digestion and improves our what do you say, the um, elimination, and
elimination also.
improves the skin and what do we say, complexion also. So it's
Okay.
a very it's a very subtle thing, but
Ah,
it will help to clear your skin.
okay. And
Mm,
when this aspect happens, right, when you are able to see changes in the skin, the elimination and
mm.
also the assimilation improves. So, uh, you know, does that make you more confident and does that improve the clarity in
And
your
another
mind?
thing that I had was I had severe gastric uh, uh,
Oh, okay.
bloating and flatulence also. So
Okay.
all those
Oh,
came under control. It
very
was a big, it was a breakthrough. It was a huge breakthrough. I
good.
cannot, I mean, and I actually became enlightened. And they say our mood is dependent on our gut health.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that
So,
is, it's just seen in you right now. The mood
yes,
swings are low for you.
yes.
Fantastic.
So the moment your gut health improves, then the quality of life itself improves.
Mm. Correct. So your gut health improved, and
And I'm
it's
enlightened for life. I'm really
yes,
very good at it.
that is so visible right now with your language, and the happiness is really like seen in your face. So happy with this aspect, right? So the confidence is improved, gastric flatulence reduced, the assimilation is improved, and the elimination also improved. Skin complexion has improved. I think it would also reduce pain and aches in the body. I think, am I right?
Obviously,
Of
because
course.
yeah, these are just side effects, right? Like body retains water. When it does not get enough water, the body retains water. Then
Correct.
you have like aches and pains in the body because the body is retaining water.
Mm. Correct, exactly. These are like beautiful transformations, Jiju, and I think, if you look at it, you told, the key was to stay consistent.
Yeah.
Even if you, fall off the track, you are able to make it happen and come back on the
It's
track again.
majorly because of the group
Yes,
power,
exactly. That is the power
the
of the
power of the
community.
community. Yeah.
Mm, that's so lovely, Jiju, that you use the coaching, the courses and community, all that aspect, and brought these transformations in you. So tell me one thing, Jiju, just like want to conclude this conversation with asking you, why do you think it's important to, invest time and money and energy on your health?
Uh, this is from my spiritual
Okay.
what do you say,
Your
my
spiritual
spiritual
lesson.
journey, my uh, the lesson from my our guru. Like he tells us to consider our body as the temple of our soul.
God.
That's the place where our body, our soul will reside till we
Correct.
die.
Correct.
So if we reside in a dirty place, it is obviously going to affect us.
Correct.
So if we keep our body in great condition,
Yeah.
our soul will also be the journey of our soul will also be
Absolutely.
benefited
Mm,
by
makes
so. And then I'm from childhood, I'm very conscious about maintaining health, not
okay.
not being overweight, and staying healthy
Being
has
healthy.
always been
Okay,
been
God.
a passion. So this just added up, and for me, natural methods are always. I don't like fad diets,
Ah,
and the principles in your coaching also reflected many of the values that were close to my heart too. So
lovely.
when I found a like-minded yeah, I should say thank Bhagyashree for introducing you. She is the one who introduced you. And then when I read about you and when I talked to you, I found that the underlying principles of your teachings and the coaching were based on very natural, very simple and effective methods, which people don't realize. And we don't need to go and do some big huge high funda diet with weights and low GI high GI. Yes, low GI high GI is important, I'm not saying, but then you don't need to scrutinize the calorie in every food that you
Exactly.
eat. We just have
Exactly.
to eat simple foods and maintain them,
Beautiful.
and maintain your timings, maintain your routine, sleep on time, eat on time. These are very simple things,
But it's so
and
difficult to
people
do, right?
complicate them.
It's so, yeah, exactly. Beautiful. Simplicity has its
Yeah.
power.
So, yeah. So,
Obviously.
so people are just over complicating things.
Correct.
And so we just have to go back to
And
simplicity
simplify it.
and the basics and
Beautiful,
the
Jitu. I
yeah.
really appreciate your
And
transformation.
thank you so much for inculcating that through your coaching. It has been extremely effective, and it's as a part of your community, I'm thankful for all the learnings that I've had and have been. It just improves with every. Uh, every time we meet and every time we come across an article or a recording of your session.
I'm
Thank
truly
you.
grateful for those, you know, beautiful words, Jiju, and thanks a lot for being coachable and taking that transformation on and taking the actions on. And if you are someone who
I
wants to,
would also add that Sachin asks very good questions when taking talking to clients.
Mhm.
Sachin asks very good questions. Like he comes down to the level of the client. He tries to understand them from what they are trying to convey. And many a time when during our sessions, when I have been really sad sometimes, emotionally very upset. Sachin has helped to improve my mood or improve the way I think so that I feel better and inspired to act rather than, go back to getting even more depressed. So, thank you so much.
thank you so much, Jeju, for those kind words. I'm truly grateful for that aspect. And if you really, loved Jeju's interview, you can hit that like button and share this video. This transformation needs to be shared with a lot of people. And if you really want to, have a chat with us, there is a link below this description of this video. You can click that, and you can book a call with us. Right? Thanks a lot, Jeju, and
Thank you.
more power to you.
Thank you, Sachin.
Thank you.